the press conference with the head coach of AX Armani Exchange, Mr. Ettore Messina. Please, coach, your comment about the game.
Well, I think we beat a very, very good team. I think Zalgiris is one of the best coached team in this league in terms of organization, in terms of effort. The quality of their defense is impressive because they put pressure for 40 minutes and it's not easy to play them. In fact, they won some games and 7 straight at home, if I'm not mistaken. In a situation where we are without our starting point guard, Michael Roll, I think, did a fantastic job in providing us defense and offense, and our defense was at the level that we needed in a playoff game. This is a playoff game. Now all games are basically playoff games. I'm very happy with the win, and I hope in the next 6 games we'll finish the job.
Questions? Yoni?
Coach, you had a high-scoring game just 2 days ago. Was today's performance in part of a fatigue, or is it something that Zalgiris did well on defense?
Well, I think it's a combination. It's also the fact that you know that you lost at home, and you're a little bit tight. You know, you're a little bit nervous. You don't want to lose another game. I think it's quite normal. There are not the EuroLeague is strange. We just saw yesterday. Efes winning by 35 with CSKA 3 months after they lost by the same margin, more or less. I mean, everybody is once in a while is dropping a game. 2 days ago, we didn't play the defense that is necessary to play, but I mean, Fenerbahce had an excellent offensive night and deservedly won the game. Today it was completely a different game. I don't think you can compare these 2 games. It's not a matter of quality of the game. It's not that because you win by 6 or 5 in Zalgiris, it's a bad game or something went wrong or whatever. I think you have an evaluation concept that I do not share at all.
Donate?
Coach, it was a very nice moment after the first game in Milano, where you met Coach Schiller personally and shared some ideas after the game. And I have a combined question. First of all, how unusual it was for you, to receive such a request from the opposing team head coach. And the second question is, in your eyes, how is he handling his debut season in the EuroLeague, and having in mind that he's, coming from the 3-year experience in the G League, completely different environment?
Well, first of all, I think he's a very. I didn't meet him in the United States when I was there, and he was there. Here, and I think he's a very, very classy person with a lot of knowledge. Things of what Zalgiris does for. And the other question, I think he's handled pretty well. It's not easy to come in a foreign country with a different mentality. He lost Guarino in preseason of this team because he would have played the small forward and allowed Grigonis to be. In this game, for example, he didn't have Milaknis. I think their defense is offensively, they depend on, like everybody, on shooting nights, but I really believe it.
Coach, Lithuanian basketball recently struggles with Danish basketball. Can you tell a bit how Shevon Shields evolved in Milano this season and also in this game?
Well, I think he's having a terrific season. We're very happy with him. He's one of our best players. He's a two-way player. He defends, he attacks, he takes decisions. Even today, I think he was very, very important for our win. We're all very, very happy with him, of course.
Last question, Donate.
Coach, I just had a kind of the same question about Shevon Shields, but in the other end, what was your idea of stopping his matchup, Marius Grigonis, and the main idea how to stop this offensive flowing team like Zalgiris?
I'm sorry, I did not understand. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
My idea was kind of, my question was kind of the same about Shevon Shields, but I want to ask you in a different way. What was your idea in stopping his matchup, Marius Grigonis, and also stopping such good offensive flowing team like Zalgiris?
Well, we just put a lot of effort. You don't stop Grigonis. You might try with all these great players. You might try to, make life a little bit more complicated, but you don't stop them. I mean, they are so complete players, and you can just hope to limit the number of attempts, the limit of touches, limit their touches. Try to be a little bit more with a bigger body on them. But it's, I think overall we did. Today we had good weak side help, and the final play of Kyle coming to block the shot. But overall we had a good weak side, and which was something that we didn't have in the game with Fenerbahce, for example. But overall we are a team that works hard defensively, and today we did it one more time and we won the game. That's it. It was a very close game. It could have gone both ways. But even for few points, I think we led for almost the whole game. And it's not easy to, lead by 2, by 3, by 4, and keep your composure. I think we did it, and I got to give a lot of credit to my players. I'm very thankful for their effort.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much. Goodbye. Good luck.
Dabar Luko Lekavičiaus komentaras apie rungtynes, prašom.
Gaila rungtynių, žinojom kokios svarbos rungtynės, bet žinojom ir tai, kad stiprus varžovas. Nieko pralaimėjom, dar rungtynių liko, tai stengsimės kitose rungtynėse iškovoti pergalių ir iššokti tą top 8 traukinį.
Donatai?
Sveikas Lukai, prieš 48 valandas Milanas prasileido 100 taškų. Šį vakarą kokią tą gynybinę reakciją jūs patys pamatėt, pajutot iš Milano komandos, kuo ta gynyba buvo tokia ypatinga?
Nebuvo nieko ypatinga, jie visada dažniausiai keičiasi, tai tą ir pastebėjom šį kartą. Darė tą patį daugmaž, tai gal nežinau, buvo agresyvesni, išmušė mus iš derinių kai kurių ir tai tiek turbūt, nieko naujo.
Jonai?
Lukai, tuo pačiu pats antro rungtynių pusėje pelnei 10 taškų ir dažnai būna tokie atvejai, kad prieš tokias besikeičiančias gynybas pačiam pavyksta užpulti gerai. Kada pajutai, kad šiandieną reikėtų imtis ant savęs, ar buvo paakcentuota per pertrauką, kad reikėtų pačiam daugiau ant savęs imtis?
Ne, nėra niekada taip, tiesiog stengiuosi agresyviai žaisti kiekvieną kartą, čia visada toks mano tikslas ir nesvarbu, ar varžovai keičiasi ginamaisiais, ar turi aukštą žmogų, ar kažkam pas mane toks darbas, aš stengiuosi žaisti kuo agresiau kiekvieną ataką, tai
Jonai? Tuo pačiu jūs Milano komanda paliko su pakankamai mažais puolimo taškais, 69 taškai, jų aišku puolimo potencialas kur kas didesnis yra. Kas pavyko gynyboje, galbūt jeigu ieškant tų pozityvių dalykų šį vakarą?
Na, gynybai, manau, tikrai pavyko daug kas, tikrai gerai gynėmės, jie iš pat pradžių dar pataikė gan daug tokių sunkių metimų per rankas, Panteris tikrai įmetė gerų metimų sunkių po mūsų geros gynybos, tai manau, problemos buvo ne gynybai, o puolime. Gynėmės tikrai solidžiai.
Donatai?
Kalbant apie puolimo reikalus, kokią įtaką žaidimui turi tau ir ypač kaip žaidėjui Artūro Milaknio figūra aikštėje, jo puolimo reitingai šiaip buvo labai geri, nepaisant galbūt jo mažesnio rezultatyvumo, bet jis tą bendrą tokį įtaką daro didelį rezultatyvumui. Kaip tu pats kaip žaidėjas jauti, kai nėra tokios figūros kaip Artūras, ko trūksta galbūt puolime?
Tai jaučiasi, aišku, trūksta Artūro tritaškių, nes dabar tritaškių būna mūsų puolime, tai aišku, kad jo trūksta.
Sveiki.
Dabar Mariaus Grigonio komentaras apie rungtynes, prašau.
Nu ką žinau, pralaimėjom svarbias rungtynės, į detalės nežinau, dabar sunku leistis, reikia žiūrėti toliau ir nenukabinti nosis ir bandyti kabintis, kol yra rungtynių, tol bandysim kabintis.
Klausimai, Ryti.
Sveikas, Mariau, čia Zalgirio sirgalių vienas iš klausimų. Dėl tos techninės pražangos, gal gali papasakoti apie tą situaciją ir klausys sirgaliai, ar tai nebus tavo pirmoji techninė pražanga karjeroje EuroLeague?
Nežinau, jeigu tas sirgalis mane gali paremti, kiek ten sakei, 4,000, tai galėčiau aš paaiškinti, bet turbūt gal susilaikom.
Toliau, Donatai.
Mariau, iš šono buvo įdomu žiūrėti tavo mikrodvikovą su Šavonu Šilcu. Nežinau, kiek tau pačiam galbūt buvo įdomu dalyvauti šitoje mikrodvikovai.
Rungtynės viską sumeta į veidą ir ką, geras labai žaidėjas ir ką jo komanda laimėjo, tai vadina šią dieną jis yra geresnis.
Jonai.
Mariau, čia aš manau, kad už tokį dalyką baudos negautume, bet ar teisėjas paaiškino, už ką ta techninė pražanga buvo?
Kaip buvo mūsų toks derinys, kur palei galinę bėgį ir išbėgau iš aikštės, pasakė nebegali, lyg aš tyčia daryčiau ir paskui turbūt vėl išėjau į užribį, bet tai va.
Donatai.
Kokio pozityvo galbūt būtų galima pasimti šių rungtynių gynybinio pasirodymo, galbūt puolimas labiau strigo, bet gynyboje vis tiek palikot Milaną su pakankamai mažais skaičiais. Kas tokio buvo gero, ką būtų galima neštis į tas likusias EuroLygos rungtynės?
Nu, visada iš kiekvienų rungtynių galima pasimti ir blogo, ir gero, ir gynyba buvo tikrai nebloga, ir daug sunkių metimų įmetė, bet vėl geri žaidėjai tokius metimus pataiko, visą galima kažkiek geriau, laisvi prametėm, iš po krepšio, kažkur neatsitėrėm, kažkur daug visko buvo, tai galima, sakau, gal daugiau galima pasimti iš to blogo pasimokyti negu iš to gero, nes pastaruoju metu kažkaip sekasi to gynybai, tai reikia tiesiog neužmiršti.
Donatai?
Svelis, kalbant apie visą, rezimuojant visą dvigubą EuroLeague savaitę, Villarbanos vėl komanda buvo ant bangos, bet sugebėjo juos nuleisti ant žemės. Su Milanu irgi labai stiprių varžovų, kapojotės iki paskutinių sekundžių, galima sakyti. Kiek galbūt šitą savaitę įkvėpė prieš likusias EuroLeague'os kovas, kalbant jau apie atkrentamųjų varžybų medžioklę?
Nemanau, kad buvom įsikvėpę mes. Tai nežinau, ką turiu čia įkvėpti, žinom situaciją, žinom, ko čia susirinkom, žinom, kiek žmonių mus palaiko, tai įkvėpinėti, manau, čia nereikia. Ačiū, vyrai.
And now comments from Zalgiris head coach, Mr. Martin Schiller. Please, coach, your comment about the game.
First of all, congratulations to Milano for winning the game. And to me, very good efforts on the defensive end. Pretty satisfied with the defensive end of this game. And that was very important for us because Milano is obviously a very good offensive team, ranking 4th in the league on offense. And it was important for us to be tight there defensively. Happy about the job that the guys did. Offensively, often it comes down to making shots and missing shots. We missed quite a few bunnies. I think we were like in the 40s somewhere in the 2-point percentage. And without watching video, it felt like there was a lot under the rim. It took us a while to make some shots there. And, you know, also free throws uncharacteristically shot them below percentage. So, you know, sometimes making a shot is the difference. But, you know, respect to our guys for the efforts. At the end of the day, it doesn't give us anything, though. Because a win is a win, a loss is a loss.
Jonai?
Hi, Coach. You mentioned making shots. How much did you miss Thomas Walker shot making tonight? Because he was 0 for 5.
I would say in a tight game like this, one misses, you know, every potential shot that one could have made. So can't talk about Tom though. Tom gives us so much, and one thing is for sure with a professional basketball player and Tom, like nobody misses on purpose. So it happens, and but it wasn't only him missing shots,
Mindaugai?
Coach, I'm sure you heard Paulius Motiejūnas screams to referees in the end of the game. How important were some calls in your point of view?
I thought the refereeing crew did a good job, and that didn't decide the game.
Donatai?
Coach, talking about the offensive numbers, and my colleagues mentioned Tom. For example, Grigonis and Giorgio had their kind of usual numbers. I was thinking which players' offensive influence and the boost you missed the most in this game tonight?
I would say Ettore Messina. And again, this is not a thing that I'm, gonna bring up like Ettore Messina's excuse. No, by no means. But fact is, I think you said it. I wasn't even aware that his offensive net rating is the highest of the team, and plays a role, right? It's not only the points that he scores, it's especially the spacing that he creates and the fact that he has to be guarded everywhere and opens up spaces for others. But again, hey, this is what it is, and we're not dwelling on it. We just have to figure out ways how to put the ball in the rim, and we'll be fine.
Jonai?
Coach, many of us, including myself, that was the first time we saw technical being handed out for running out of bounds. What was your reaction when you saw that Marius was awarded technical for doing thing like that?
The referee warned us before. One is, by basketball rules, not allowed to run out of bounds. So just for everybody to know this rule. And he warned us before, so I can't be too mad about it. I will say, and I will not pay a fine for this. I will say that obviously, running out of bounds is also something that gets caused by a defender, pushing you out of bounds. I felt that was the case, and that's the case. What it is on turnout plays like that. The defense get into your body and you get pushed out of bounds. So that's part of it too. I'm by no means attacking Marius. This is weird. It would have been extremely weird if it would have come out of nowhere. I will be fair though, they did warn us on it, so that's it. But I haven't, although the rule is like it is, I have never experienced an execution like that, so there it is.
Donatai?
Coach Messina mentioned that he actually took some sets from your playbook during the season. Did you notice which sets he took from you, and did he use these things, this strategy during the game?
First of all, I want to say that Coach Messina was my idol when I grew up, and I really watched him, and that's the one person. So I'm not very star shocked, generally speaking, have never been, and am also not with Coach Messina. But my respect for him is huge, especially because of the reason that, I really studied him more than anybody else. 10 years ago, I was in Madrid and watched his practices. I watched every coach clinic of him. And it's always been, the coach I idolized, to be very honest, And it's also a team that I watch very closely because of that, I want to say that. And that's very nice to hear.
Donatai?
Coach, looking aside, at what moment recently team looked a bit exhausted and had a, let's say, tough stretch, but how much confident you are right now after this week when you took down Villeurbanne as well, that when you also had a close game with Milano before the playoff race?
Again, we discussed this after the last game. The management of the bodies, the management of the minutes, the management of the loads is a very, very big key right now. For us, the two games coming up in LKL are big in this respect. Just because the main focus right now, also chronologically, is making the playoffs in the EuroLeague. So to answer your question, I'm very confident. I'm very confident that our guys will be good and the bodies will be right and we will be rested enough. But it is something that is almost a science. One has to be really, really thoughtful. The backroom staff is doing an excellent job, and therefore I'm very confident that we'll get the bodies on the floor healthy and energetic.
Donati?
I just wanted to make a quick add. I was asking more about the game level, how much happy you were with this week, and watching guys playing on the level like this in the last two games.
Excuse me. I'm very happy. I mean, the defensive efforts again in both games I thought were good. Were good, and that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I can answer that question with happy about the energy. I know the minutes are big, but look, this is what it is, and this is the beauty of the situation, that we're fighting for the playoffs, and this is exactly the situation that we want to be in. Also, adrenaline plays a big role in this phase. Guys will be good. I'm happy.
Mindaugai?
Coach Steve Lasturia didn't play this week. Can you tell what advantages does Karolis Lukošiūnas bring, and why did you choose to let him play over Steve?
Very, very difficult question. The one thing that Karo brings, opposed to Steve, they're very different players. And Karolis is stylistically more similar to Milas, saying that you can come off screens in order to shoot or create something off that little shooting advantage, and therefore the decision went in that direction. I will repeat and always keep repeating this. Steve is a very important part of this team, extremely important part of this team. Only stylistically a different player. I feel we've got enough guys running the pick and roll, and again, without Milas, the shooting and coming off screens is missing a little bit. So that's the logical explanation. Is the decision making right or wrong? When we win, we say yes. When we lose, you ask the question, but that's also the challenge of my job. Want to say though, Steve is extremely important for us, and Steve will lock minutes in the future for us.
Okay, thank you everyone, and see you next time.
Bye guys, thank you.